Alright guys, welcome to the Madden Sim Dynasty for the Patreons. This episode is brought to you by Spartan Dog. I want to thank you for all that you've done for me and give you a shout out. So I definitely appreciate that. But we are in Madden doing a sim only dynasty. We are we are owners. It's myself, Opie, and Bull Sharts right now, or Mr. Paratrooper from the old Patreon dynasty. He wanted to do Madden Sim, so here we go. This is what we got to start off with. We are simulating everything. We're starting in the preseason just so we can improve our teams and all that. Answered media question. That's what I'm kind of curious about. I haven't done any of the franchise. All I've done is the my player. Let's see what Larry Ridley has to say. Having been a fan of this team your entire life, there's some concern that you might be too emotional or too involved to let your football people do their job. How do you respond? I'm going to go ahead and go with the middle one. That seems like a middle of a road answer. Definitely not the last one. I'm not that arrogant. Wayne Thompson, not that way. So we're going to say as long as we're winning, we're happy. Team popularity per winning season plus 10, per losing season minus 15. See what the weekly training is like, because like I said, I've never seen it, so kind of curious. In the other one, you actually go play it, or you could simulate it. In this one, looks along the same lines. I could do offensive game plan, defensive game plan, start the training, go by each individual person, or just free practice. So we're just going to do start training and simulate it and go from there. So nothing super special, just regular 100-point XP as players, how we upgraded and whatnot. I did go through and add a new strong safety, added role to take the spot. He's a little old, but he's got some great experience. So I'm hoping he could translate that onto the field for this year. Maybe we could do something after that. So looking at my team, this is what we got. That's the only trade I've done. Bradford's currently still my starter. I don't know if I'll leave him there or not. Peterson's still on the team, because this isn't next year. This isn't 2018. So we're good there. But I'm excited for Roll being the starter. He's a 2-point improvement, but like I said, he is a lot older. So it looks like that's all for us to do. We'll do little mini updates, if we win, like who wins what games, if we have people wanting to negotiate contracts or anything like that. Just kind of quick little updates. We're going to advance daily, every morning, Monday through Friday. So it's going to be five weeks in a row. Bam, bam, bam. Preseason is going to be one little lump sum, and then it's going to be 5 weeks in a row, and that's going to be it. So we're going to advance it. Looking forward to getting this series started. So this week I need to cut 2 players, and I have a trade offer for a left end. So let's see what this trade offer is. Let's review the offer. He's kind of old, 33. Left end, 48 sacks. They offer a 3rd round pick, 4th round pick, and a 7th round pick. Wow. All right, so we ended up giving him a 4th round pick this year, or giving him Robinson. We'll take a 4th round pick this year, 4th round and 5th round pick next year. I mean, 3 picks for one dude that's not even going to play, and he's old anyways. I think that's pretty good option. But I don't want a 50 overall anybody. So get the heck off my board, son. Get cut. All right, week 3, you have to cut 5 players. I ended up moving Bridgewater to the starter for the next 2 weeks just to see how Bradford does and the other playing time. But we'll see. I might actually leave Bridgewater as the starter just because why not? All right, I may have went a little cut crazy, cut quite a bit of people, but I just went ahead and thinned the herd. So hopefully these next couple of weeks I won't have to really worry about it. Just waiting on Epic to get done and we're ready to roll. And he's done. We're ready to roll. So something new this year is the practice squad. So I added a couple people to my practice squad, but people can sign them from there. As you could see, the Colts signed a player from my practice squad. So he's no longer there, but I have a trade pending with the Colts, who's another user. Let's see. He gets my 4th round pick for... No. I don't want the left end. I'm sorry. Another solid round of cuts. I got to cut 6 more people, so let's get to it. All right, so we are done with preseason. We are in week 1. I've had one of my players get signed by the Browns. It's fine. Everybody else ready to roll. Do we got actual games this week? All right, we just got done with week 1, and apparently we have an injury. Let's check the view injury report. Okay, who got hurt? Was it Bridgewater? No, Joseph. Broken ankle. Wow, one of my best linemen. Dude, out for 21 weeks. That sucks. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and check out the media question for this week. Larry Ridley says, for many folks, including yourself, thought this team would perform better last season, but things didn't come together. How do you avoid that again this season? I'm actually going to go with the last one. I think that's huge. Like, we don't worry about last year. This year's a whole new year. It's like you don't look behind you always look forward. And this is the kind of mentality we want to bring the Vikings. So we're going to go there. Team popularity, if playoffs made, +8. If playoffs missed, -15. Man, if I don't make the playoffs, I am in a world of hurt this year. So let's go check and see what actually happened this last week. Who won, who lost? We lost to the Titans 38-20. Ouch. We're just going to look at the box score for all the teams just to get it over with quickly. We didn't run the ball great. We didn't throw the ball good. Only 13 first downs. No turnovers, though, which is nice. We just weren't able to convert on as many third downs. They had 16 third downs. My goodness, son. 100% in the red zone with a couple of touchdowns. Just not able to convert third downs and keep the offense on the field. The Colts end up edging out the Lions 12-10. They get a safety, man. My goodness. They actually won the ball. They won the game running the ball, throwing the ball not so much. A couple first downs. Just the one turnover, which that helps quite a bit. It was a little low scoring game, man. I've seen baseball games with more scores than that. But a win's a win. He starts the season off 1-0. Saints end up winning in dominating fashion against Oakland 42-14. My goodness, won in the running game. Had almost 400 yards passing, a ton of first downs. Just a lopsided game from start to finish, man. Second quarter for dang sure. They jumped out with 21 points, man. Sheesh. At one point, he was up, 35-7 at the very least. Possibly even 42-7. So, huge game by the Saints. So, taking a look, we have the Packers this week, Colts and Broncos, and then Saints and Giants. We are in a world of hurt. We just lost one of our best defensive linemen for the season. So, we will need to check our depth chart, see what we have there as backups, and maybe even check free agency, see if we can sign somebody to fill the role for now. But that's going to be it for week 1. We'll be right back with week 2. The Colts sent me a trade, and I'm actually probably going to take this. He wants my 2017 4th round pick. I actually have 3 picks in the 4th round for a 24-year-old 74 overall. So that could help me in the future. And maybe after a couple of years, he'll be a starter eventually, or I could trade him away or whatever. But I think I'm actually going to take that trade. It's probably overvalued. He's probably getting the better deal here. I'm getting the 4th round pick. It's probably more likely a 5th or 6th round pick, to be honest with you. But I think I'm going to take it. All right, we're into week 3 now. Looks like I ended up losing to the Packers. Let's check out the stats on that one. How did we end up losing? All right, week 2, Saints ended up losing to the Giants 40-14. Take a look at the overall stats just yet again. Oh my gosh. Saints just had a horrible day, man. They had less than 200 yards of total offense. Golly, man. Freaking Giants came out to play, dude. I don't know what happened. Only 1 turnover. Only 4 third down conversions. Just not able to produce offensively. My goodness, dude. And the Colts also dropped this week to the Broncos. Yet again, just a horrible offensive play, man. 135 yards of offense. I don't know what the deal is. But we both of the games so far horrible. Only 3 third down conversions. He had 5 total first downs. Just horrible day, dude. My gosh, this was just the Broncos held on to the football all game long and ran away with it. And I didn't fare much better, even though I did have the most yards out of all the users, 191. Dadgum, man, something needs to change for all of us. Apparently, we're just not able to put up points, man. 9 first downs, not bad. 2 turnovers hurts. Only 1 third down conversion. That's unacceptable. That is 100% unacceptable, especially at home game. Dude, we just got our butts kicked. All right, so went in, and everything looks good. I did turn off the accelerated play clock. I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not, but maybe that's what the issue was, because we didn't have hardly any offense, and it was bad, dude. No new injuries this week. We have 2 players ready to negotiate their contracts. What do y'all want? No, let's give you 6.3. You got $17 million in 2 years. I need you. Let's see if he actually likes this offer. That's exactly the offer he wanted. Boom, friggin' GM over here. Let's go. My finances, see how we're doing. We're a little pricey, but that's to be expected. I'm actually gonna lower it since we have been losing. I'm like $5 more, dude. Like the average is $500. That's $525, man. It's like just 1 tier up, dude. Come on. Let's lower it then. Let's go 1 tier lower. See if we can get more people in the seats. But we got to pay for that new stadium. So we're good there. To scout the college players, I'm just going to show a little bit of that. But since this is going up and everybody in the franchise currently can see, I don't want to give them too much information. I don't want them to not have to scout somebody. I think that would be really cool. And I want to try that one time, especially in NCAA, because you could download the spreadsheet online and then just share it with everybody. We could just unlock everybody. I think that would be really cool to do. Now, whether it's a possibility or not, I don't know, but I think that would be freaking awesome. I'm actually going to go ahead and look at, let's go middle linebacker. What we got? First rounder, 15 points. Scout, boom, boom, boom. Let's get him all the way unlocked. First round, mid-first round, 100%. That's what I'm talking about. If we can get Gage, I'd be happy with that. I'll take a mid-first round pick right there. Let's go ahead and do Will Thompson as well. Now, something I did read for last year's was if it's ever like a C plus or anything right off the bat, you just want to stop doing it, stop wasting your points, stop wasting your time, because they're not good. But we have our game against the Panthers. Hopefully we can come out and get the win. We'll have to find out. We'll be right back after the advance. All right, we're into week 4 now. Training's already done, and apparently we won. Let's check out and see how everybody else did. Taking a look at the stats, it took us to overtime, but we got the win against Carolina. We let them score 24 in the fourth to get us to overtime, but we got the win nonetheless. A lot better offensive production. Very happy about how that turned out. Some nice passing yards, almost 200 yards on the ground, a lot of first downs, just a couple of turnovers, not so great, but third down conversions. We actually just played good, and that's nice to see. We got a win. The Colts end up losing to San Diego 27-22. They fought back in the second and fourth quarters, just couldn't quite pull it out. They had a pretty good offensive game, a lot of passing yards, a decent amount of rushing yards, a lot of first downs. Only 2 turnovers. Well, the downside was probably the turnovers this game. San Diego had 0, whereas the Colts had 2. That probably hurt quite a bit. But other than that, they played a pretty solid game. Kept it kind of low scoring, just not able to pull out the win. Now the Saints ended up winning 38-34. They had a huge second half after only scoring 10, scored 28 to take the lead and take the win. 355 yards through the air, 21 first downs, 3 turnovers, but they had less turnovers than the Falcons did and came back in and got the win. I say came back. They were down, 20-10 at the half, and then only allowed 14 points after that. Huge day by the Saints offense in the second half. So checking out the injuries, I still have the same defensive tackle who's out. Saints have Snead the 4th is out with a torn rotator cuff, probably for the year, I would assume. Maybe back if he makes it to the Super Bowl or something, but probably not playing the rest of the season. And then Murphy, a halfback, out for 3 more weeks with a hamstring tear. The Colts lost T.Y. Hilton for a couple of weeks. He's out only 3 more weeks with a dislocated knee. But hopefully he'll be back here pretty quick. They'll start producing on offense. But as far as us, we had actually had a player regress. I hadn't seen this yet. Hadn't even opened it. So let's see what happened. Our halfback, McKinnon, awareness under 4 yards per carry. $26 million, almost $2 million in bonus. Let's make that offer. See if he likes that deal. We'll go from there. Apparently, he didn't like that offer. So we have the Giants this week. We got our first win last week in overtime. Hopefully, we continue that streak of winning and get things ready to roll. Playing at home, going to make some money, and we're going to advance it. We'll be right back. All right, so we have advanced it into week 5. Already did my training results. Already did my scouting and all that jazz. It looks like we ended up losing. Let's see how everybody else did. The Colts ended up pulling off the win, 39-31, by scoring, 22 in the second half? They were down 28-17. Then they only allowed 3 points in the second half to take the win. 134 on the ground, 303 through the air, 24 first downs, 2 turnovers, but they were also 2 turnovers. Third and fourth down conversions, plus 2-point conversions. They just had a solid second half, man. And that helped propel him for the win. The Saints ended up pulling out the win in overtime to San Diego. San Diego's been a tough contest, man. They've already beat the Colts and pushed the Saints to overtime. Saints only had 260 yards of passing offense with 165 on the ground. 21 first downs, no turnovers, which is probably the deciding factor, and the third down conversions. Just able to score pretty much at will, minus in the red zone. Not 100% there, might have cost them the game early on, but hey, it was a hard-fought back-and-forth game. Saints ended up pulling out on top. And we ended up losing 40-41, man. We gave up a lot of points in the second quarter and were never able to bounce back from that. Looks like we had 2 2-point conversions in the fourth quarter. Just ended up losing by 1. 210 on the ground, 219 through the air. Pretty balanced offense, which is great. I mean, with the running backs we have, I think we should be able to run the ball pretty good. Just not able to take advantage of the turnovers, man. 4 turnovers and still couldn't win. Come on, dude. Come on, offense. You gotta figure something out with that, man. 4 turnovers and still get beat by a point. So taking a look at the standings so far, Colts are 2-2 on the year. They're not faring too bad. They get 1 win, 1 home win, 1 away win. They're giving up a lot of points though. So that's not looking good for them, but they're sitting at a solid second place for the AFC South. Now myself in the NFC North, they're not doing good, but I'm still in it. Packers 3-0, Bears 2-2, Lions 1-3, and myself 1-3. Once again, giving up way too many points. I'm giving up 165 points this year, but I've scored the most in my division, just not able to stop anybody on defense. And over in the NFC South, the Panthers' only loss is to me. So I'm happy about that. You take that loss, boy. Saints are 3-1. Saints leading the users so far, getting the points for. He's got more points than points against, which none of the rest of us have. So he's sitting pretty good there. But I'm curious to see if we've given up the most points so far. But giving up the most, yeah. My defense not faring so well. I did lose my starting defensive tackle, my best defensive tackle for most of the season. I tried to pick up corners and safeties and stuff to help prevent that, but apparently it's not working out great. I'm going to try to improve my linebacking core in the offseason, but we need some help this year. We need to stop giving up so many points. The Colts ended up losing 2 more people. Middle linebacker out for 6 weeks with a broken wrist. And then Cromartie, ouch, the 32-year-old corner who's probably too old for his team anyways because he's been talking in the chat trying to get rid of his older players, out for another 6 weeks. That's going to hurt his defense for dang sure. Anyways, whatever. I got the Texans this week. We're going to advance it, and we'll be right back.